So, as a Nietzschean scholar, and one of the top Nietzschean scholars, do you think he offers a cogent criticism of Christianity, either as a belief system or as practice?
Well, so here's the thing about Nietzsche. He's not primarily concerned with criticizing Christianity as a general belief system, right? I mean, Nietzsche's an atheist. I think there's no question about that. But, Nietzsche also thinks the falsity of a belief is no objection to holding it. His primary criticism of Christian or other religious belief is not epistemic. His primary criticism, right, concerns a particular sort of morality that he associates with Christianity, but also with Judaism, and arguably can be associated with Islam and all the world's major religions in different ways. And his objections to that kind of morality and what he thinks of as the damaging and deleterious effects they have on human flourishing. So that's the real target. And I think, when you realize that's his real target, then it also becomes very clear that it's not religious people that are his particular target at all, because it includes all the secular liberals, it includes all the atheistic socialists and communists. Nietzsche's works were banned in the Soviet Union. There was a reason. The Soviet Union and Opus Dei, the very conservative Catholic organization, they agreed about this on Nietzsche, which is his views were wicked, and they didn't want any part of it. So, when you understand that, his interest in Christianity is largely a function of it's what he knew best, right? He came from a family of Lutheran pastors. In fact, he went to university planning to train to be a pastor, one of the great ironies for a guy who ends up writing a book called The Antichrist. But in the end, it's not so much the belief system as the value system that is his target. And here his challenge is, very, very radical, and I think when you appreciate it, pretty shocking. I will say that I'm sympathetic to some points he makes, not to all of them.
Yeah.
So by his lights, I'm a little bit of an adherent to slave morality. Or as Nietzsche puts it, right, he could have been talking about, Richard Dawkins. In the genealogy, he says, they hate the church but love the poison. Where the poison, the values, right, the values that he associates with Judeo-Christian morality, they maintain allegiance to the same set of values. And I'm not unsympathetic to those values. So, but I'm glad I feel I finally came to an understanding of what Nietzsche was up to, and it's a pretty radical challenge.